Good evening. This is actually it's afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Luke Thomas Holmquist here at the Earthquake Forecast Center, and we've got some things to go over here. I'm going to review some of the quakes around the world that have happened, and also the warning for the California and most likely the southern portion of California. So let's go to that first, and I'm going to go first to this graph that we had a couple of days ago, and it showed this very strong peak and spike in risk here late on the 29th into the 30th, and we're here on the 1st, but this peak is still heavy on my mind right now. This should have produced a very strong quake in the Los Angeles area, and it didn't. So we're kind of like waiting for this one. Sometimes it'll be a few days late, but this definitely should have happened. Let me show you some other situations around the world. We'll go to that first of all, the Anchorage, Alaska. We had mentioned this also in our last forecast video, the 30th into the 31st, and the risk was peaking at 9 p.m. on the 30th, and a 6.1 earthquake hit in Alaska. You can see that right here, just northeast of Anchorage. A 6.1 earthquake and some aftershocks there as well. A 6.1 earthquake hit exactly at 9 p.m. when this was at the maximum. I'll show you some other examples. Taiwan is coming to a risk here on the first risk. Is coming to a peak in risk here on the 1st and the 2nd. And let me go to this format here. And you can see all these quakes that are happening near Taiwan as we reach the maximum here on the 1st. Also in Cyprus, which doesn't get a whole lot of quakes every day, but every once in a while they do. And this reached a peak here on the 31st and produced a 4.4 in Cyprus. And I'll show you that. Over here in Cyprus. Yep, there it is right here. 4.4 earthquake, it hit Cyprus. Usually the quakes hit up in Turkey, but this is every once in a while a quake down in Cyprus. And this had reached a peak in risk here on the 31st, and we got this quake here. Also in Nicaragua, this is a current forecast, but the risk has been working real well in Nicaragua with those quakes that have hit recently. And let's see. So let's go to the California forecast here. We just got a 3.4 quake in the northeast of San Diego and southeast of Los Angeles. And during the past few days, we had a swarm of earthquakes here near Anaheim. And I had mentioned that in the last video, that might be a location for this quake to hit. If you look at the most current map here, the risk is from Anaheim up to Santa Maria, up to Ridgecrest. This is the highest risk area, just northwest of LA. But we'll keep a closer look on this. This other forecast model has it from San Francisco Bay all the way to Los Angeles. That's why we have a warning out for all of California, or at least from San Francisco down to northwest LA and the Los Angeles area, because some of the models show it from San Francisco to LA, and some of them are showing it right northwest of LA. I have a feeling that it's going to be closer to the Los Angeles area. More of the forecast models are pointing to the Los Angeles area. And then later on over the Salton Sea. Right now, the risk is over Los Angeles and northwest LA. This peak in risk here did not, well, it produced some smaller quakes at 3.0 west of, you see this 2.9 and 2.6 that hit west of Los Angeles, and some other quakes here that swarmed near Anaheim, but it did not release this strong risk level here, the strong peak in risk on the 29th into the 30th. So right now, just another 2.4 in up here near Ridgecrest, also a 3.4 near northeast of San Diego. So once again, we're looking for a major earthquake in California, most likely to hit in Southern California, and even more likely northwest of LA right here, northwest of Los Angeles. That's the highest risk level. It could hit as far as the Salton Sea or even San Francisco, but risk level is very high across California, and the highest is in the area around northwest LA. And over in Tokyo, Japan, right now the risk level is high near Fukushima. Right now it's about 8 in the morning over there. So pretty high risk near Fukushima and northern Sendai area there. And then that risk is offshore on the 2nd or 3rd of June. And there's the map here. You can go to quakeprediction.com and see these maps. The overall risk is not all that high in Tokyo. In Tokyo, that is. This risk level is about 4 to 5% above the normal risk level. And why I'm so concerned about California is the risk level you see on this map here is 20% above normal. And when we had 20% above normal in Anchorage, right in that peak, late in the 30th, that produced a 6.1. So this should have produced at least a 6.1 in the Southern California, northeast of San Diego or near Los Angeles on late on the 29th and the 30th, but it didn't, and it should have. As you see in the Cyprus area, in Taiwan, and Anchorage, usually these peaks produce a strong quake, especially if they're like 20% above the average risk level, as this was in Anchorage, and this was in the San Diego, Los Angeles area. Once again, you can look at quakeprediction.com and check out all these other forecast graphs here. All around the world, we have Greece and Bogota, we have Puerto Rico, the area, El Salvador, and a lot of the data is taken from the area around the airport to get a better forecast graph here. Guatemala, Nicaragua, Lima, Peru, Naples, Italy, and so on. What I'm most concerned about right now is in the area just northwest of LA. That's the highest risk level during the next few days. And we'll keep you updated, but right now the forecast model is showing a strong earthquake in California, most likely near Los Angeles, and then the risk level moves to the Salton Sea. So if you live in this area in Southern California especially, we could get something in San Francisco, as this model says here, but San Francisco down to LA, looking for a strong earthquake this week, most likely. It should happen closer to this peak that happened on the 30th, the 29th into the 30th, and we're at June 1st. So we should get something very soon. But I would say be on alert in this area through June 6th, because there's that pressure is ready to release. It should have released on the 30th, the 29th and the 30th. So keep a close eye on that today, and see a lot of foreshocks begin to happen in that area. Be prepared, because something strong should happen in Southern California during the next few days. Thanks for stopping by today. And this is Luke Thomas Holmquist here at the Earthquake Forecast Center. And we'll keep you updated if anything changes. We're looking for a strong earthquake in California and most likely in Southern California near Los Angeles. All right. Thanks so much for joining us. And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.